How's it going, everybody? This is Rob of Novakast, back with another video, and I want to make a quick rant. And I want to try to make this really quick, because, well, when it comes down to, time, I just want, again, quick rant, because honestly, I think that this whole thing is stupid, and I got some artwork that I want to make. But I heard about this recently, and I wanted to kind of give my piece. So, a lot of people, or I think a few people, are upset with apparently the concept art for Thor, or at least for God of War Ragnarok, the game that's coming out pretty soon, or at least for next year, or the year after. And the trailer itself, by the way, the trailer for the next God of War game was awesome. It was spot on. It showed a lot that was going on, and honestly, I was really impressed with it. But anyways, going back to Thor, a lot of people are upset. Why? Because he's fat. Apparently, a lot. Again, I don't know why I'm saying a lot, but a few people are upset with the fact that his new design, he's got a little pot belly, or at least a big pot belly. But here's my thing. Here's my thing, and this is only opinion based, just so you guys know. But here's my thing, and I always, especially when it comes down to gaming and so on, I'm always open to the concepts of and the creation and the design that the game publishers, as well as the game creators and coders, whatever, and the artists do for the games. Hell, to an extent, even though I made fun of it, like a good example, even though I made fun of it, I was open to the design for Abby to some degree from The Last of Us, because honestly I found it hilarious with her design, especially when you got to play as her. But anyways, Thor himself, again, is fat. And here's the question I want to ask people. Who cares? Honestly. Who freaking cares? Because here's my biggest issue, especially when it comes down to games. Here's my biggest focus on a game. The story, what happens in the story, what do the characters do in their roles for the story, and how do they influence it? And are their personalities done really well? Now, for that instance, obviously, Thor, especially being an opposing god to Kratos and Atreus for the next game, he's going to be a big bad. Especially with, and hear me out, the fact that, one, by the end of the God of War, the first God of War for the Norse mythology, which I found out that apparently it might be a duology for future games, so this will be the last game for the Norse mythology, which honestly I think that sucks, because we had like four or five games involving the Greek mythos for the original. But anyways, going back to topic, for the first game, for the duology for God of War, for PS2 or PS4 to PS5, he killed Baldur. Kratos basically snapped Baldur's neck, Thor's brother. And to top it off, they killed Atreus and Kratos, killed Thor's sons. So he's gonna be out for blood. And by the way, another thing too is they mentioned the fact, especially in the game, like if you go through every nook and cranny of the game, you will hear stories of how brutal and vicious Thor is. Thor is a monster. Thor is not a good guy. And he is strong. And I think a lot of people are like, a few of the arguments was, being fat isn't strong. Dude, have you not seen, by the way, for those who are saying that, have you not seen like the world's strongest men contest where, some of these men aren't freaking like, built as bodybuilders? They're fat, yes, but some of them are able to pull fucking trucks or buses. Have you guys not seen that crap? But anyways, going back to because at this point, the concept art, I'm always open to the concept art. Honestly, the character himself looks menacing. And I'm sure there in history there have been a variety of different, since it's based on Norse, a variety of different Vikings that weren't fit, that were probably in the same body shape as Thor. And by the way, in case people are complaining, it was already mentioned in the previous game that Thor was fat. And if you don't believe me, here's the clip where Mimir. Sorry, I don't know why I called him Mimir, but here's the clip of Mimir literally calling him a fat dauber.
Why is he doing that?
Odin had that statue made in honor of Thor. And seeing as the world serpent absolutely abhors the fat dauber, he was probably sick of looking at it.
So, with that being said, and you're showing the clip, it's already established that Thor is not built like Christian, Avengers Thor. And, by the way, and it's funny that people complain, especially since, Avengers, and I'm sure a lot of people would want, and I actually found a really funny image where people were comparing this version of Thor to Christian Hemsworth. But here's the thing. I mean, when it comes down to it, there's a lot of depictions of Thor throughout history. A lot of artwork that depicts Thor in a variety of different ways. So why not him being fat? And at this point, and again, this is a person who honestly, by the way, is influenced by art, who is influenced by film, video games, music, etc. Honestly, this design of Thor, to me, looks menacing. Looking at him, he looks like he's out for blood. And he looks like he's to an extent, an unstoppable force that will do everything within his power to take down the enemy that he is dealing with. So, to this extent, especially when it comes down to designs for characters and those complaining, stop. Just stop. Because at this point, the main focus shouldn't be what the character looks like, but rather what they do, that pretty much their personality and what they do in the story. And do they succeed in being what they're supposed to be in the story? And by the way, for those who are kind of wondering, like, when it comes down to it, again, I like his design. I'm one of those people that actually like his design. So much so that I'm actually trying to draw his design. In fact, here's a quick glimpse of something I've been trying to work on, and it's taking me a lot of time to do it because there is a lot of detail to this character. I probably didn't get the face right, but at the same time, the beard, as well as some of the armor that I've been able to work on thus far, is looking really good. So, I guess, if anything, final thoughts. And I'm not trying to be mean or anything in this video, but to an extent, stop complaining. It's just a concept for the character. It doesn't matter compared to what, again, when it comes to the main situation of the issue, where it comes down to their personality and how they influence the story. That, if anything, should be the main focus. Doesn't matter what body type they have. Doesn't matter what skin color, what hair color, it doesn't matter. Again, the main focus is their personality and how they influence the story. With that being said, this is Rob Novakast signing off. Have a good one. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next video.